Hey guys, what's up? This is another post-gameplay League of Legends commentary. Um, so right now I'm currently more of a fan of post-gameplay commentaries just because I like to analyze the games. Um, yeah, down the road maybe I'll start doing more live gameplay commentaries, but yeah, for now I just like to go back afterwards and analyze them. Um, This is my second game in my series to get back into Platinum 2. For those of you who don't know, I was Platinum 1 earlier this season, went on a massive lose streak, dropped all the way down to Platinum 4, and now I'm struggling to get back, trying to get to Diamond this season. So we're invading early on. I throw Ignite on Warwick just to get the assist. Probably was a waste. Because I mean, I still would have gotten the minimal experience for being near him, and it only gave me 25 gold. So yeah. Um. So yeah, this is my second game in my series. The first game I was Soraka support. I'm not going to comment that one. It was terrible. It was a complete failure. Lost that game. Yeah, nothing to see there. So things to note about this game. Versus a Teemo top, who's basically Garen's biggest counter in the game. So the runes I am running, I believe, are 80 reds, scaling health yellows, I think scaling magic resist blues. I'm not sure if I have any CDR or not. Um, if I don't if I have CDR, then it would be 6 scaling CDR blues with 3 scaling magic resist blues, but I'm pretty sure it's just 9 scaling blues. And then for quints, I have 2 armor quints and 1 health regen quint. This is just currently like my tank Garen page, where if I know I'm going to be going full tank, that's why I go. It counters Teemo surprisingly well because um, I get armor to block his auto attacks, I get magic resist, I get health, and I have health regen. So here, I don't get super greedy and keep fighting the Teemo. I know that Rengar has it there, so I just back off. Especially because I know I'm going full tank Garen this game, I don't feel the need to get super greedy. Yeah, so there. Got Rengar. Rengar has 2 stacks 3 minutes into the game. This is a really good sign. Rengar stacks are crazy. The sooner he hits 5 stacks, the better. Yeah, so running back to lane. Warwick shoves it into tower. Teemo doesn't have teleport, so he misses a bunch of minions. I miss a handful of minions, but honestly, versus a Teemo, I'm not too concerned about getting last hits. I just need experience, especially because I'm going full tank. I chose to go full tank because my team is 4 damage dealers, and it's a Teemo, so damage is going to suck regardless. On tank Garen, maxi so that you can shove out the wave harder. I'm starting to like maxing E again in most situations. Just because, like, the situations where maxing Q first is better is situations where you know you will completely destroy them with Q and you can just continuously burst them. But currently with where the meta's at, that's kind of there's very few people who you might do that. Now some I would say is like Riven, you want to take it, and Yasuo because they're going run away from your spin. Right now, Teemo's low enough where I'm just looking to run at him, pop my E so that he blinds me while I'm spinning, So I pop my Q so I make it look like I'm going auto attack him. Then rather than actually auto attacking, I start spinning. Yeah, I start spinning while I have the movement speed from my Q, so he can't get away. And then he thinks I'm going auto attack him, so he throws his blind, and then I start spinning. And at the very end, after the blind wears off, I hit him with my auto attack to also proc the Grasp of the Undying, which I do run on Tank Garen. Um, I know people like Storm Raiders, but when you're going full Tank Garen, I just feel like it's too hard to proc it. I know people will be like, oh, but your ultimate instant procs it, but you actually have to get in range to make that happen. And really, what you're not going as Tank Garen, you're not going to be making use of all that movement speed. In fact, when I'm playing full Tank Garen, once I've complete my 6 items, I end up actually selling my boots for a righteous glory because all I want is that one engage onto like my villain or the carry, finish them off with my ult, and then the rest of the fight I'm just soaking damage. I don't need movement speed to do that. And Grasp of the Undying just gives you so much lane pressure. So yeah, my trades on Teemo is just looking to Q, bait the blind, spin, then finish my auto at the end of the spin. And yeah, so I get boots first so that he can't run away. And then I wanted to just rush Spirit Visage, I believe. I didn't have enough, so I completed Null Magic Mantle and got Cloth Armor because this Teemo's actually running Fervor of Battle. So his auto attacks do hurt quite a bit. And Teemo does pretty good mixed damage regardless, so Cloth Armor isn't going to hurt. Also, I think that in this situation, I was actually planning on getting... Okay, so you saw he tried to blind me because I had my Q active, so I start spinning. He takes half his life, I take 0 damage. Yeah, so... Point I was making, I believe I get Ninja Tabby in this game just because Teemo auto attacks a lot, Warwick auto attacks a lot, they have their AD carry. Suppressions don't get reduced by tenacity. Teemo doesn't really have any hard CC. LeBlanc has her snare. Sona has her stun. And I know Xayah has a snare, I'm not sure about the numbers on it. But yeah, so, and I'm not too scared of snares, especially because I'm going full tank. And Ninja Tabby are just such a strong gold efficient item right now. Okay, so, yep, just looking to, at this point, because Teemo's playing safe, I'm just shoving in the wave. Oh, yeah, Rengar's here. This ends up going really south because that was the longest chain I've ever seen. Here, I hang around too long. TF's getting mid lane. I'm not sure why I decided to hang out around here. Oh yeah, I thought LeBlanc had left. And so, Warwick dives me, I spin, I dodge everything, drop my ult, end up trading 1 for 1. And now TF is racing to finish mid tower before they get top. So you can see their team is spam pinging top, we're spam pinging mid, and we just barely get the tower before they can get it. And also, losing tower to Teemo isn't so bad because he loses a lot of lane pressure. Because at this point, for Teemo to hurt, he has to come be attacking this thing, which it's way too hard to shroom this whole area. Whereas when you're pushing this little area, you shroom this little choke point and this choke point, and you're completely safe as Teemo. Okay, so back to farming for now because Teemo has denied me quite a bit of farm. Fortunately, Teemo's not too good about getting last hits. He's also villain now, so I'm looking to poke him down so that I can destroy him once my ult's up. But the problem is he does have red buff. And I think Warwick's going to be reset to my villain now. Maybe. Oh, yep, there you go. So now Warwick's my villain, so I don't have true damage on Teemo anymore. Just continuing to do my trade. This time, he's smart and waits on his blind. I auto-attack a little early. And now you see he goes more even in that trade. But I do have a Spectral Cow, so I'm healing quite a bit. And his poison affects the passive, and every tick of his poison refreshes the passive. And I have my health regen runes, so it heals quite a bit. Yeah. Roaming mid lane. Right now, like, there's not much I can be doing. So just farming up because Teemo sucks late game. Tank Garen scales surprisingly well. Yeah, there he didn't blind me, so I just run in and auto attack him right off the bat, land my spin. So we go about even, but again, I have my one health regen Quint and my passive and Spectral Cow, so I'm healing really fast. And once I have my ult and ignite up, I have a huge amount of burst, whereas all the trading you're seeing from Teemo is all of his bursts, so he's not going to be able to really burst me any faster than he is right now. So I'm feeling pretty confident right now. My team has managed to lose the kill lead, which is unfortunate. You can see me and Rengar are doing good. That 0-2, 0-1, 0-1. All with 2 assists. But keep in mind, we all got 1 assist off of that first blood right at the start. So in the last 12 minutes, they've gone 0-1-1, 0-1-1, 0-2-1. But it's fine. So this is a tilter. 5 HP. He lives. Feels bad, man. But I forced him out of lane. He has no teleport. A wild LeBlanc appears and kills me. I did not expect that, but yeah, it happened. Looks like they're going for a play. Okay, so I finished my Spirit Visage. I switch over to a red trinket now so that I can reveal shrooms and keep playing aggro on Teemo. He rushes ZZ Rot. This is a sign it's a bad Teemo. Teemo is a really strong lane bully. There's no reason to rush ZZ Rot. It's like when you see Heimerdingers rush to ZZ Rot. Because, like, you give up all your lane dominance. I'm glad you can continue being a nuisance, but I can duel him 100% now. And now he's going for his Guinsoo Rageblade late, flash out there. So now he's going for his Guinsoo Rageblade late, and by the time he gets it, I'll be too tanky for him to actually kill me. Yeah, so at this point, I'm looking to try and help my team, but Teemo is just going to the top and AFK split push. Fortunately, that just means it's free farm for me, so I don't care. I'm level 11, so I'm looking to make a play here. Pop my trinket so I can see shrooms, run in, spin. He runs off too far, so I just switched to clearing a few of his shrooms. Q, pop my spin. He barely blocks it there. And let's watch his HP that. Wait. hope I have to show you all the tilting that happens. Right, let's just watch his HP. 700, 600, and ult, ignite, 33 HP. One more tick of ignite and he would have died. That's the story of my life this game. One more tick of my ult and he would die. But yeah. So here Teemo makes... So here I'm guessing Teemo's around the tower. So I'm getting ready to spin. He shows himself. Which, I mean, just finishes giving it away. And then... Here you go. Minions would finish him off if he kept running. So, yep. Here I see Warwick is mid lane, so I go ahead and shove in this last wave. And so I'm watching this, and as long as he's doing that, I feel safe to start recalling whenever. Yeah, so now I go back in my Ninja Tabby and Bomby Cinder. So because Teemo's running Fervor of Battle right now, he's actually doing way more physical damage. So I'm going ahead and getting a Cinder Hulk, because for now I have enough magic resist to really survive whatever they throw at me, because I have my scaling magic resist runes. It also lets me shove in Teemo, and the fire will deal damage to him while he's invisible and reveal him if he's standing invisible somewhere. Okay, so yeah, you can see Teemo does like no damage to me. I'm healing almost as fast as his poison is hurting me. So yeah, I can basically do whatever I want in lane at this point. I'm just continuing to split push because Teemo's continuing to split push. And since I win the lane, like, I'm putting up more pressure than him. There, I step on a shroom, take quite a lot of damage, but again, all I need to do is wait for my healing to scale up. TF ping T was coming, so I go ahead and, yep, nice easy kill. And we go ahead and take the tower. I'm a little scared of Warwick, but I'm healing pretty fast, and I have a TF here. So we get that. We keep pushing. Go ahead, clear that last wave, and now go to recall. Teemo's now 1-4. I finished my Sunfire Cape. Did I call it Cinder Hulk earlier? Yeah, no, I finished my Sunfire Cape. So now I'm basically unkillable to Teemo. Yeah. So come running down, and LeBlanc's my villain, so I'm looking to try and get to her. I stand here because I know they have no vision, but they're not pushing forward, so I start running top lane. Nar gets that. I just start trying to help save. Vanguard doesn't happen. Flash, they would have expected me to go that way, so instead I turn and run this way. He's coming, I just keep running away, wasting all their time. Popping my emote to try and BM bait him, or whatever. They clean up 2 kills, and now, here's Warwick's weakness. You can just kite him out if you're a whole bunch of ranged people. And here I am, showing up to be the hero I always knew I was, as I do absolutely nothing. Yeah, so Teemo's finally finished his first damage item. I'm working on my 4th defensive item, so yeah, things aren't looking good for him. Part of the reason Teemo's so good is you rush like a Hextech Gunblade. Make sure auto attacks, Q, poison, everything do a ton of damage. You have a lot of burst with its active. And like Teemo's build, I find it funny. So the really popular build that Bjersen started, where you get Hextech Gunblade into Lickbane, at least I think Bjersen started it. If he didn't, I apologize for miscrediting it. But yeah, so this is like Teemo's standard build. It's now like meta on these burst mids. But yeah, so Teemo plays like that, so he can just harass you and burst you and sustain, and basically be a little devil top lane that he was always meant to be. Here, two are dead. I'm confident I can run away from anyone, so I'm just going to sit here and attack the tower. The one weakness to buying Red Trinket is, yes, I can sweep for shrooms and have more kill pressure on Teemo, but I can't see out of the lane. I definitely would only recommend this because I am going to be so tanky it won't really matter. There I see Warwick coming, so I come to cut him off because I have true damage on him. Unfortunately, he ends up actually running that way. So I start coming down, but my team kites him really well. And yeah, he wastes Ghost. Hooray for us. Right now I'm going for Thornmail because I believe Guinsoo Rageblade may actually trigger twice on Thornmail. I'm not sure about that, but I think that's how the item interaction works. If it's not, I mean, that sucks, but it's still a Teemo with almost no AP and Fervor of Battle, so he's going to be mostly auto-attacking me. A Warwick is mostly auto-attacks, and a Xayah that's mostly auto-attacks, so Thornmail's still going to be a great choice. And Thornmail and Sunfire Cape are like your two forms of damage on tanky Garen. So, yeah, just at this point, grouping with my team because it's hard for me to get stuff done against Teemo because my damage is starting to fall off at this point. And yeah, so stealing Raptors just because you want to deny as much farm as possible from the other team. Start sweeping. I wanted to get a pick on Warwick, but they had that bush warded. Yep, so here I'm standing here to try and bait in their team. They go up that way, run onto Teemo, and I use my ult to finish him off just so that we can have the player advantage. Because at this point it's 4-on-5 that they have to try and contest Baron for. Like, it's going to be very difficult for them to do it. With Malzahar and Lucian, we can kill the Baron really fast. And here I'm walking back to just zone Warwick off to deny him the potential steal, which is good because Rengar missed that smite. LeBlanc ends up killing Malzahar, so it's 1 for 1 because of Teemo and Baron, so that's a good trade for us. And yeah, so I mean, this game versus Teemo, one of my hardest matchups, was basically just pure counter his endless farming and then group once I've outscaled him. But yeah, so versus Teemo, always go tank. Damage is okay. If you're like in bronze or silver, damage Teemo can work out. About this, because I'm going for Guardian Angel, and they're still doing more physical damage than magic damage, so armor component first. But yeah, so versus Teemo, just go tank. Versus other champions, you would just go tank versus. I want to say Fiora, you should at least go tank E. Start with like a Sunfire cape, but not necessarily full tank. Jace you would probably consider going full tank into. Mostly it's champions who you know will completely shut you down and there's no point in going damage anyway. There you go. Kill Warwick. Yeah. So, yep, this game just outscaled him, and now I'm being a frontline for my team. Nice and simple. And look at how much damage Teemo's taking from me. He gets snared, so I feel good to go in. There, she heals and flashes, so for my flash, and the carries summoner spells are worth way more than yours, so good trade. There you go, we got top and mid, and now we're going to get bottom. And now at this point, we can just let the minions do all the work and we'll auto win. Probably could have just gone and forced the end, but I didn't want to. Well, so Warwick was up. Turns out he's just AFK in spawn, but he could have probably defended this and survived long enough to stall and maybe get the comeback, but he had just given up, so it's whatever. Yeah, you can see they're doing no damage to me. Okay, so yeah, won my second game in my series to get into Platinum 2. Thanks for watching. Have to Strike signing out.